Morgan Freeman is apparently going to marry his step-granddaughter. This is a bizarre, disturbing story.
In the bustling heart of New York City, under the shadow of its towering skyscrapers and amidst the ceaseless hum of urban life, a story unfolded that would capture the attention of the nation and shake the foundations of one of Hollywood's most revered families.
That smile was dimmed forever, cops say, by her live-in boyfriend who stabbed her to
On an unassuming night in August 2015, the vibrant life of Edena Hines, granddaughter of the legendary actor Morgan Freeman, was tragically and abruptly cut short. Her death, occurring in the quiet streets of Washington Heights, sent shockwaves through the community and beyond, casting a long, somber shadow over her famous family.
It happened right here in the middle of the street. Edena Hines was reportedly 16 times with a hunting knife in what's being called a deranged act of exorcism by her boyfriend.
This narrative delves deep into the complex web of events surrounding her untimely demise. It's a story that intertwines the intricate details of a heinous crime, the ensuing legal battle fraught with sensational claims and counterclaims, and the profound impact on those intimately involved.
George Hudachko witnessed the stabbing from his apartment window. When his hand was going up and down, what was he saying?
He was still saying, "Demon, be out. Demon, I command you."
Central to this tale is Morgan Freeman, an actor revered not just for his artistic prowess, but also for his dignified presence in the public eye. The events that transpired would test the strength of his reputation and challenge the public's perception of his character.
Morgan Freeman was maintaining a 10-year relationship with his step-granddaughter, with whom he had a questionable encounter where she was young. Yes, Lewis, she is not related by blood.
As we unravel the layers of this story, we are confronted with themes that are as timeless as they are heart-wrenching. The fragility of life, the complexities of love and familial relationships, and the often harsh and unforgiving glare of public and media scrutiny.
I don't want that light there.
Yes, please.
Am I to walk toward it and die? Turn that off.
I don't know what the light is.
You don't know how to stop that? It's
This is not just a recounting of a tragic event. It's an exploration of the human condition, of the pain, the controversies, and the quest for justice in a world where truth can sometimes be elusive. The story of Edena Hines and the subsequent fallout is a poignant reminder of how quickly life can change and how the echoes of a single moment can resonate far and wide. The early hours of August 16, 2015, marked a turning point in the quiet streets of Washington Heights. At 2:54 a.m., a distressing call to the NYPD reported a woman stabbed and left on the pavement along 162nd Street. Witnesses described a chilling scene. A man, later identified as Lamar Davenport, Edena Hines' boyfriend, standing over her, shouting about exorcising demons. The air was thick with confusion and terror as phrases like "devil be gone" and "God has arisen" echoed through the night. By the time help arrived and Edena was rushed to Harlem Hospital Center, it was too late. The vibrant 33-year-old, known for her warmth and aspiring acting career, was pronounced dead, leaving a community in mourning and a family grappling with an inconceivable loss. The investigation quickly unfolded, revealing a nightmarish tableau. Edena, a beacon of potential and promise, lay lifeless, a victim of a brutal and senseless act. The perpetrator, her own boyfriend, was apprehended, his mind seemingly lost to a haze of delusion and rage. The police pieced together the events, painting a picture of a dispute turned deadly, a relationship that had spiraled tragically out of control. As the sun rose over New York City, casting its light on the grim scene, the news began to ripple outward. Edena Hines, not just a woman of talent and passion, but also the granddaughter of Morgan Freeman, had been murdered. The connection to Freeman, an icon of the screen and stage, propelled the story into the national consciousness. Questions arose, speculation mounted, and the public's thirst for understanding grew insatiable. In the wake of the tragedy, the media swarmed, seeking to uncover every detail of Edena's life and her relationship with Davenport. The narrative that emerged was one of complexity and contradiction. A young woman striving to make her mark in the world, her life intertwined with a man whose demons would ultimately lead to her downfall. This chapter of the story, marked by shock and grief, set the stage for a legal battle that would captivate and divide public opinion. Edena Hines and Lamar Davenport's relationship, once a tapestry of shared dreams and aspirations, had become a tumultuous bond marked by its intensity and volatility. Davenport, 30 at the time of the incident, had a complicated past, and their relationship was no stranger to turbulence. This tragic night was the culmination of a series of escalating tensions and emotional upheavals. Months before the incident, the couple appeared normal, even happy. as captured in photographs of them shopping for groceries. Yet beneath the surface, there were signs of a deeper unrest. Edena's final words to Davenport, as reported by a witness, tragically encapsulated the confusion and fear of their last moments together. "Why are you doing this?" The dynamics of their relationship began to unravel under the scrutiny of the investigation. Friends and acquaintances painted a picture of a couple caught in a cycle of passionate highs and destructive lows. Their love, once a source of joy and support, had morphed into a catalyst for chaos and despair. As the story of their relationship unfolded in the public eye, it became a focal point of fascination and speculation. The contrast between Edena's bright future and the dark path that the relationship had taken was stark and unsettling. She was an aspiring actress, her talent and ambition evident to all who knew her. Davenport, on the other hand, was increasingly seen as troubled, his actions on that fateful night casting a long shadow over their shared history. The narrative of their relationship, now forever linked to tragedy, raised poignant questions about the nature of love, the unseen struggles within personal relationships, and the fine line between passion and peril. Edena's aspirations and dreams, so full of promise, were tragically overshadowed by the turmoil and tragedy that marked the end of her journey. The trial of Lamar Davenport brought forth a maelstrom of accusations and defenses, turning the courtroom into a battleground for not just the determination of Davenport's guilt, but also the preservation of reputations and legacies. In a shocking twist, Davenport's attorney claimed that Morgan Freeman and Edena Hines had an inappropriate relationship, an allegation both vehemently denied. This controversial defense strategy aimed to frame the narrative of Edena's life and her relationship with Freeman in a scandalous light. Prosecutors, on the other hand, painted a picture of a rocky relationship between Hines and Davenport, marred by violence and emotional intensity. They argued that the murder was the tragic culmination of this tumultuous relationship, rather than the result of any alleged affair. The courtroom became a stage for conflicting narratives, each more sensational than the last. The allegations against Freeman, though vehemently denied and unsupported by evidence, cast a shadow over the trial. The defense's strategy seemed to exploit the tragedy for sensationalism, overshadowing the true narrative of Edena's life and her relationship with her family. Freeman, known for his distinguished career and respected persona, found himself inadvertently at the center of a legal and media storm. As the trial progressed, the focus shifted between the details of the crime and the salacious allegations. The public, fed by relentless media coverage, was torn between seeking justice for Edena and dissecting the sensational claims made in court. The courtroom drama, unfolding like a script from one of Freeman's movies, held the nation in its grip. The trial of Lamar Davenport thus became more than a quest for justice for Edena Hines. It became a reflection of the complexities of celebrity, the power of media narratives, and the public's insatiable appetite for scandal. As each day of the trial passed, the lines between truth, speculation, and sensationalism became increasingly blurred, leaving the public to wonder where the truth truly lay in this tragic tale. Morgan Freeman's response to the allegations during the trial was a blend of indignation and profound sorrow. He and Edena had consistently refuted any inappropriate relationship, dismissing such claims as slanderous fabrications. Freeman, in his statements, emphasized the hurt these rumors caused to his family, particularly in the wake of such a tragic event. The allegations, surfacing during the trial, seemed to exploit the tragedy for sensationalism, overshadowing the true narrative of Edena's life and her relationship with her family. Freeman's stance was clear. These were baseless accusations, aimed more at selling papers than uncovering truth. His reputation, built over decades of distinguished work in the film industry, was suddenly under scrutiny, not for any action of his own, but as a consequence of a defense strategy in a murder trial. The situation highlighted the precarious nature of public life, where allegations, regardless of their veracity, can have far-reaching consequences. The trial thus became a crucible, not just for Davenport, but also for Freeman. The courtroom allegations against him, though unproven and vehemently denied, sparked a wider conversation about the nature of celebrity, privacy, and the media's role in shaping public perception. Freeman found himself in a position where he had to defend not just his character, but also the memory of his granddaughter. As the trial progressed, the public's focus oscillated between the legal proceedings and the personal drama involving Freeman. The media coverage, often sensational in nature, played a significant role in shaping the narrative, blurring the lines between fact and speculation. Freeman's response, dignified yet firm, sought to redirect the focus back to the tragedy of Edena's death and the pursuit of justice. In 2018, the legal proceedings reached their conclusion. Lamar Davenport was acquitted of murder, but found guilty of first-degree manslaughter. The court determined that while his actions were intentional, they were carried out in a drug-fueled frenzy under the influence of phencyclidine, PCP. The verdict brought a mix of relief and continued heartache to those involved. Davenport received a 20-year sentence to be served at Sing Sing Correctional Facility. The sentence, while closing a chapter of legal proceedings, opened another in the ongoing journey of healing and understanding for all affected by this tragedy. The distinction made by the court between murder and manslaughter was significant. It acknowledged the role that Davenport's mental state and substance played in the crime, painting a picture of a man lost to his own inner demons rather than a calculated murderer. This verdict, however, did little to ease the pain of Edena's loved ones, who had to grapple with the reality that her life was cut short in such a horrific manner. The sentencing of Davenport was a somber affair, marked by the weight of what had been lost. Edena Hines, a woman of talent and promise, had become a symbol of the tragic consequences of unchecked mental illness and substance A. Her death, and the subsequent trial, highlighted the need for greater awareness and support for those struggling with these issues. For Morgan Freeman and his family, the trial's conclusion was a bittersweet moment. While justice had been served, it did not bring back Edena. The trial had taken a toll on Freeman, who had been dragged through a media frenzy that questioned his character and personal life. The end of the trial did not signify an end to the scrutiny he faced, but it did allow him a chance to begin the process of moving forward, both in his personal grief and in his public life. As Davenport began his sentence, the story of Edena Hines' tragic death reached its legal resolution. Yet the emotional and psychological repercussions of this tragedy would continue to resonate with those who knew her, and with a public that had been captivated by every twist and turn of this heartbreaking story. The aftermath of the trial left a lasting impact on Morgan Freeman. The allegations and their widespread media coverage brought him under intense scrutiny, a situation exacerbated by the growing cancel culture in Hollywood. Freeman, known for his distinguished career and respected persona, found himself navigating a complex landscape of public opinion and media sensationalism. The ordeal highlighted the precarious nature of reputation in the digital age, where allegations, regardless of their veracity, can have far-reaching consequences. For Freeman, this period was not just about legal battles, but also about maintaining dignity and integrity in the face of unfounded accusations. The trial had thrust his personal life into the spotlight, challenging his public image and forcing him to confront a narrative he vehemently denied. The situation was a stark reminder of how quickly public perception can be influenced and altered, especially in the age of social media and instant news cycles. Interestingly, the trial and its fallout also shed light on the broader implications of celebrity culture and the court of public opinion. Freeman's experience became a case study in how public figures are often subjected to judgment and speculation, their lives dissected and debated in the public domain. The impact of this scrutiny was not just on Freeman's professional life, but also on his personal well-being and that of his family. Moreover, the case brought into focus the challenges faced by those in the public eye when dealing with personal tragedies. Freeman's struggle to mourn his granddaughter's death while simultaneously defending his reputation was a poignant illustration of the complex interplay between public and private grief. As Freeman navigated this difficult period, his resilience and response to the challenges he faced spoke volumes about his character. Despite the turmoil, he continued to uphold his commitment to his craft and his public responsibilities, all while dealing with a profound personal loss. The case of Edena Hines' tragic death and the subsequent trial of Lamar Davenport opened up broader discussions about media responsibility, public perception, and the impact of sensationalism on personal lives. The narrative transcended a simple crime story, evolving into a reflection on how society digests and reacts to such events. It raised questions about the balance between seeking truth and respecting privacy, especially in cases involving public figures. As the story of Edena Hines, Morgan Freeman, and Lamar Davenport concludes, it leaves behind a legacy of debate and introspection. The media's role in shaping the narrative became a point of contention. The sensational coverage, while drawing public attention, often overshadowed the more profound profound issues at play, such as mental health, substance A, and the complexities of intimate relationships. The case became a mirror reflecting society's fascination with celebrity culture and the often blurred line between news and entertainment. Moreover, the trial highlighted the challenges faced by the legal system in dealing with high-profile cases. The courtroom became a stage where not only the facts of the case were examined, but also the personal lives of those involved. This situation raised concerns about the fairness of trials when media coverage and public opinion are heavily involved. Interestingly, the case also sparked discussions about the nature of forgiveness and redemption. As Davenport began his sentence, questions lingered about the possibility of rehabilitation and the role of the prison system in addressing the underlying issues that lead to such tragedies. The story of Edena Hines' life and death and the subsequent events thus became a poignant narrative about the human condition. It touched on themes of love, loss, justice, and the relentless pursuit of truth in a world where facts can sometimes be overshadowed by sensationalism. The legacy of this case is a reminder of the enduring impact of our actions and the importance of empathy and understanding in the face of tragedy. In retracing the steps of this complex and heart-wrenching story, we are reminded of the fragility of life and the unpredictable nature of human relationships. The loss of Edena Hines is a poignant reminder of the tragedies that can occur in the shadows of even the most illustrious lives. Her story, intertwined with the lives of Morgan Freeman and Lamar Davenport, speaks to the broader themes of love, loss, and the relentless pursuit of truth in a world where truth can sometimes be elusive. The narrative of Edena's life and untimely death, the trial of her Keir, and the allegations against her famous grandfather have unfolded like a tragic play, one that has captured the attention of the public and media alike. It's a story that has raised as many questions as it has answered, leaving a lasting impact on all those who have followed it. This tale, set against the backdrop of New York City, has highlighted the complexities of the human psyche, the depths of emotional turmoil, and the consequences of actions taken in moments of madness. It has shown us the resilience required to face public scrutiny, the strength needed to uphold one's dignity in the face of adversity, and the importance of seeking justice, no matter how painful the journey. As we conclude this narrative, we remember Edena Hines not just for the tragic circumstances of her death, but for the life she lived, a life full of potential, talent, and the promise of what could have been. Her legacy, though marked by tragedy, also serves as a call for greater empathy, understanding, and a more responsible media narrative in the face of personal loss and public spectacle. In the end, the story of Edena Hines, Morgan Freeman, and Lamar Davenport is a stark reminder of the complexities of life, the enduring quest for justice, and the indelible mark that one life can leave on so many. That's all for today, folks. Thanks for watching.